let's talk about communicating. Communications and interactions socially in Second Life are really at the core of the identity we create here. The ways we can talk to people are publicly, we can talk to them privately, and we can even talk to them in voice as well as text. We can talk to people we already know, and we can talk to people that we don't know. Let's assume that Jocelyn and I don't know each other. One of the ways I can talk to Jocelyn is by doing what this board behind me says. If you notice in the far left, bottom left, where my cursor is, there's a text box. I could say, "Hello, Jocelyn." And you can see that that text now shows up down here on the screen. This will not only show up on my screen, it will show up on the screen of anybody who's within 10 or 20 meters of Jocelyn and I. So Jocelyn and I could be having a conversation where we're talking and anyone who is in a certain radius around us can hear it, or see it, I should say. If Jocelyn was also speaking on voice, which she certainly could, you would also see that she has the green frequency above her head. If she's enabled for voice, there will be a dot above her head saying that she's voice enabled. So I can talk to Jocelyn either by voice or by chat. If you look where my cursor is, I've got the speak button on. Now you can see that I'm talking, but nothing's happening. If I put the speak button back on, you can see that there's voice frequency coming from me. This is helpful in a group of people because then you can tell who's talking when everyone is on voice at the same time. And the way to tell is by just clicking this arrow, and it will show who has voice capabilities nearby and who's talking. So I can not only talk to Jocelyn by chat, open text, I can also talk to Jocelyn privately. And if I'm standing near Jocelyn, all I have to do is with my cursor click on her, and you'll see that I can do several things. What I want to do right now is I want to instant message. And that brings up Jocelyn's profile, and it puts a little text box at the bottom and allows me to talk to her privately so that no one who was within our radius can have the conversation with us. This is very helpful for more sensitive conversations that you just don't want people to hear. Or it's very good at things like a live music concert because you heard when I was texting in the chat box here, there is clicking. Of course, I can't type. Okay, there's clicking noises. If you're sitting at a live concert, those clicking noises will be heard unless you put this in front of it. And notice now how nothing happens. So by putting the slash in front of it, it keeps it all quiet. But at things like concerts or where you don't want chat to show up on the screen, then having that private conversation with someone in an instant message is the best thing to do. And you'll notice once an instant message has been started, that person's little profile shows up down here. So I can just click on it and we can continue the conversation. So now if it was that Jocelyn wanted to, I'm going to close this out. If Jocelyn was the one who wanted to initiate the conversation with me, all she's got to do is send me an instant message. And what it does is it creates a chime and it shows on my bottom of the screen here in this bottom footer that there is a message from a person. So I can either click on the notification, which will show up like that, or I can actually click on Jocelyn's profile, which will actually allow me then to hold a conversation with her. So you know now how to do it in private, and you know how to do it in public. The other thing that you can do here in a private conversation is I can call Jocelyn. And that will put a voice conversation where we both have mics and headsets on in a private call so that it's not openly available to everyone. The other thing I can do, now this is assuming that I don't know Jocelyn. Now let me show you from Jocelyn's standpoint what that phone call looks like. If Jocelyn wanted to call me, something would show up on my screen that says, do I want to leave the public chat and enter into something with Jocelyn at a private phone call? So I can accept that, I can reject that, or I can just say, no, I would rather just text message her. So I can do that and then come over here to her profile, and that's how that goes. Now, this is for people who are within close proximity of each other and you can see each other. What if Jocelyn and I wanted to talk, but she's in an entirely different place in Second Life than I am? Well, what she can do is she can click on me, or I can click on her, and I can say, add as a friend. So if Jocelyn and I have started this conversation and we realize that, we want to keep in touch in Second Life and be able to converse, I can add her as my friend. So if Jocelyn wants to make me her friend and I'm in close proximity, all she has to do is click on me and command to add a friend, and then I will get a message that looks like this. So I can either accept Jocelyn's friendship, click on her profile here so I can see it, or I can decline it. Notice the other things that I can do right from her profile. I can call her, pay her, share information with her or objects. I can add her as a friend by her profile, or I can look at her profile. So right now I'm going to accept Jocelyn's friendship, and then you'll see this sign here that says Jocelyn is online, and you may have seen those coming and going on the bottom right of my screen as I've been talking, just like this one. These are people who are already my friends, and if I go back up to my user bar here and click the people, I have friends who are nearby, which now Jocelyn is one, and I have my friends throughout Second Life, and it shows me in this top section the friends I have who are online at the moment. And then they're all of my friends, and of course the ones who are online are highlighted. So if you look at these will tell you, for instance, I can click on this one. If I double click on it, it brings up his information and I can start an instant message right from here. The other thing I can do is I can look at a profile right from here, and it will show me who they are in Second Life. It'll show me real world who they are, and if they've put a picture in their profile, it's there. It'll show me the information about them. It'll show me their pics and any notes they have. But this is at a glance the profile of the people that you have as friends. So the way I eliminate that is to just move backward with this arrow. And that puts me back where I was. And if I want to close this out altogether, I can do that. So now what we've done is we've seen a way to openly chat. We've seen a way to privately chat. We've seen a way to voice chat, both openly and privately. And we've seen a way to make friends.